Okay, guys, we are going to do a quick video of the homework that was from today. I just want to go over a few of the problems with you, and so you have the answer key and you can check your problems. We are on page 28 in the notes. Okay, so page 28. And you had to do 3, 4, and 5, which I've highlighted here. I've circled in green. So I'm going to go ahead and we're going to go through the problems. I've already done the work, so I'm just going to show you the answers. For number 3, we had the volume of a cone. Okay, so that's 1/3 pi r squared times h. Volume equals 1/3 pi r squared times h. Okay, so we have 1/3 pi times 4.5 squared, which is the radius, times your height, which is 9. Okay, 4.5 squared is 20.25 times 9 times pi is going to give you an exact volume of 60.75 pi if you put that in your calculator. And the approximate is going to give you 190.85 inches, and they're both inches cubed. Okay, so that's problem 3. If you need to pause the video and correct it, you should do that. Now we're on problem 4. Okay, and there you can see that we have, what do we have here? A diameter of 10 and a height of 5. Okay, so we have diameter of 10. We need the radius, so we'd split it in half and make that 5. We have volume equals 1/3 pi r squared times h. We have volume equals 1/3 pi times your radius, which is 5 squared, times your height, which is also 5. So we've got 5 times 5 is 25, times another 5 is 125. So our exact is 125 over 3 pi, and that's centimeters cubed. Okay? To find the approximate, you take 125 divided by 3, and then take that times pi. You're going to get 130.9, and those are both centimeters cubed. So that's problems 3 and 4. Okay, if you go to 5, it's asking for the missing dimension. Okay, the missing dimension, which in this case is going to be your height. Okay, so there's number 5. We have 1/3 pi r squared h because we're still dealing with cones here. Okay, my diameter in this case is 8, so we have a radius of 4. I'm going to plug that in. We see that the volume is 100 times 1 equals 1/3 pi times our radius, which is 4 squared times height. 4 squared is 16. Okay, you can go ahead and simplify that by putting that as 16 over 3 pi times h. You could either divide by 16/3, or you can clear out that denominator, which is times 3. Either way works. I get 300 equals 16 pi times h, and then I'm going to divide by 16 pi, and I get 300 over 16 pi. Remember, the pi is in the denominator, but you can obviously see that both of those are divisible by what? 4. So we've got 75 on top and 4 on the bottom, pi, and that's inches. If I go ahead and take 75 divided by 4 pi, make sure you put that 4 pi in parentheses in your calculator, you're going to get 5.97 inches. Okay? If you need to pause that again so you can correct your mistakes, you can go ahead and do that. And we are on page 29. Okay? And we are at the puzzle time worksheet, page, 29. And we are on problem 13. And it says a water spout forms in the shape of a cone. So again, we have a cone with a height of 35 meters and a volume of 229.1 cubic meters. What is the diameter of the water spout? Well, in order to find the diameter, first we have to find the radius. So you can see here, oh, I'm on the wrong problem. I apologize. Let me pull up number 13 that I did already. Okay, here's my 13. Okay. And you can see here that I just plugged in for 1/3 pi r squared h. My volume is 229.1 equals 1/3 times pi r squared h. I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to get rid of that 3 in the denominator. So I'm going to multiply both sides by 3. I get 687.3 equals, I'm going to, let's see, take 35, which is my height, 35 pi r squared. Okay, divide by 35 pi. I get r squared equals 687.3 over 35 pi. R squared equals, I have to square root both, and my exact is r equals the square root of 687.3 over 35 pi. If I put that into my calculator, and again, just to refresh your memories on that, okay, you're going to do second square root, and you're going to put this all in parentheses. You're going to do parentheses 687.3 divided by 35 pi, close the parentheses, and you should get, oh, what did I do wrong? What did I do wrong? Oh, I see what I did wrong. I apologize. Second square root of parentheses 687.3 divided by, do another set of parentheses, 35 pi to make sure that that 35 and that pi are not separated. And then you're going to get 2.5, okay? And that is the radius. I believe that they asked us for the diameter, so you're actually going to take that 2.5, multiply it by 2 to get approximately 5 inches for your diameter, okay? So those are the first 4 problems. If we switch over now to page 38, and we had to do problems, let's see, 3, 4, and 5 on page 38. This is page 38, okay? And I should have those somewhere here. Let's see. Okay, here's problem 3. If I can get it for you here. Here's problem 3. We've got a 4/3. Again, now we're dealing with spheres, so it's 4/3 pi r to the third. We've got 4/3 pi times 15 to the third. That's going to give me 3375. I'm going to multiply that by 4/3 because it goes in evenly, and I get 4,500 pi inches cubed. Take 4,500 times pi, you're going to get 14,137.17 inches cubed. Okay? If we go over to problem number 4, okay, we can see that we have a diameter and we need the radius. So 18 divided by 2 is 9. I'm going to plug that in. I get 729 times 4/3 pi. And that actually goes in, if you take 729 times 4/3, you get 972 pi, and that's millimeters cubed. And the approximate is 3,053.63 millimeters cubed. Okay? And that's because 972 times pi gives you that number right there. Okay? And finally, problem number 5 here, where they ask us to find the radius. Volume equals 4/3 pi r cubed. I'm going to plug in 288 pi for volume. Plug in, that's all we have. I'm going to go ahead, I'm going to multiply by 3 to cancel out that denominator. I get 864 pi equals 4 pi r cubed. I'm going to divide by 4 pi. I get r cubed equals 216 because those pi's cancel, okay? And the cube root of 216, which we've seen a couple times now, is r equals 6. I hope that helped.